Hi everyone, welcome to our weekly podcast, Four Sisters Rambling.
Well, actually, it's two pairs of sisters, Monica and Diana, and Veronica and me, Angie.
In this podcast, you'll get to know each one of us and hear our ramblings about life.
We hope you can join us weekly. You can find us on Spotify, iTunes, and YouTube. If you would like to see more of us, please follow us on Instagram at Four Sisters Rambling.
Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we'll be talking about pussies. I wanted to say it. We're going to talk about all things girls, everything that has to do with us women. So, but before we get started, we are going to talk about we're going to do our weekly ramble. And let's start off with Vero.
Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for listening. So our last episode we talked about
mental health,
Yeah.
and like stressness and all that stuff.
Anxiety.
Well, I was going through that yesterday. Oh my god. You guys know I'm a sous chef at this restaurant, and like everybody was running late for like the second shift of the day, and I was with myself. I had like this super extreme VIP party, fucking running around trying to get all that stuff done. I had a butch meat. It was just heat up sauces, make mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes. I mean, I was like running. I looked to my left, no one. I looked to my right, there was no one. It was just me, myself, and I. And oh my, was it stressful. It was really, somebody quit too, so I had to find like a cover. It was just, thankfully I have a friend there that works with me, and she hooked me up. I was like, hey, like, we'll take a little break, come back, and then, like, help me out. She did. She came back, helped me out. So kudos to her. And then I had to stay there. I mean, it's just been really, really busy right now. Yesterday and the day before, and today it was just hectic.
Were you guys busy today? Trump's in town?
Yeah, it was just hectic. It's not only that, but like spring training or something like that.
Yes.
So it gets so busy and so nasty. And then my boss yesterday, he texted me like, hey, I'm not feeling really good, blah blah blah. Like I'm not going for lunch service. I'll probably be there for a dinner service. And you know me, I was like, boy, don't worry, I got you. Like, I text them like, why don't you just take the day off? Like, I got it. It's just a banquet, like, no biggie. I'll take care of it. I thought everybody was gonna show up on time. I thought it was gonna be like a gravy day. Hell no, they gave it to me dry. It was a horrible day. I made it through. I had to go back again, and I was working like 2 14-hour shifts. It was just like the longest time, and it's just like so. My other manager was like, hey, maybe you should like want to like go in distress, like leave early today. And I couldn't leave early. It's just been so busy, so like I need to like distress myself and go to the gym and just run for a good 2 miles.
That's true. And you haven't been to the gym, right?
I haven't been to the gym because I've been like working so hard and just so tired. Just at home and shower and like lay down. And Monica's not feeling well right now, so
I'll go with you tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we should definitely go. How was your weekly?
Oh, my weekly. So I'm going to find out what's wrong with my hips because I really danced really hard. No,
you're old.
I wish. No, I got drunk and I was dancing all night at the quinceañera. It was great. Because as you guys didn't know, or maybe you guys know, but we're always talking about it, is Veronica and Angie's quinceañera. Not her.
No, we didn't get one. Our parents didn't give us one. The little one.
Yeah, they're little.
I think we're both a little over 15.
Yeah, that's true. But anyways, I danced like crazy, and by the time the night ended, my feet were killing me. Yes, I was wearing very high stiletto shoes. I think they're called stilettos, right?
Who did you dance with?
By myself and Danny.
Okay. Tell them what Wedo told you. It was so funny.
No, oh my god, we told him.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny.
He told me that he's a man now. He told me that like twice. He just told me he was drunk.
He was drunk.
So funny.
He said it in a way that he was not related to or kind of involved in family business here.
If he wasn't my brother,
I would have considered.
I can't.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
We're just gonna cut you there, Monica.
Me, I'm sick. I've been sick, and I lost a toenail at the quinceañera.
My hip
And
was
you know
hurting.
what?
Monica lost a toenail.
Yeah, and I think it's on video because I remember the exact moment it happened. I stepped on a rock and my ankle kind of twisted, and I don't know what happened, but my toe and my heel, I don't know. I remember it though now that I reliving it. I'm like, okay, yeah, I know where it happened at what time, and I bet it's gonna be on the video of the quinceañera because I remember seeing that camera there staring at me. I was like, fuck.
That's
Yeah,
disgusting.
but I think I'm gonna blame the quinceañera for this cold or flu
It
thing
was
that I
cold.
have. It was super
It was very cold, yes.
but the
I didn't
quinceañera
feel
was.
the cold.
Yeah, you were
Great
drunk.
weather.
You were drunk.
She was
so,
drunk, guys.
Yeah, but the
But it came out
quinceañera was.
beautiful.
Yeah, it was freaking beautiful. I got emotional.
Alondra got really emotional.
Yeah.
She was trying to keep it together, and then her mom like rolled in to do like the mother-daughter dance, and
Yeah.
like she started bawling. And then Monica, I look around, Monica's like bawling, and I'm
No,
like,
but I didn't get emotional then. I got emotional when I saw her performing with her horses. Because if y'all didn't see our Instagram, I posted a bunch of videos and we showed the banda and all that. And she did a little performance with her horse. It was so cool.
It was very cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I'm
But,
so proud of her. Like she's such a badass little girl.
Yeah,
She
she
worked
is.
so hard.
Yeah,
so-
she deserves that quinceañera
Yeah.
for sure. So
I
we're
was surprised though, you guys, because I was one of the very few sisters that was not heavily involved in this. I would say involved at all in planning. And when I walked in there, I was like, wow, like you just could not even recognize the ranch. It looked beautiful. You guys did an amazing job.
My boss, I
It
sent him
was
a
really good.
picture.
Yeah.
I sent him a picture, and he's like, "Is that a commercial place? Like, where did you get all? Like, what company did you guys use?" I'm like, Lorena's hands, like my
12
sister.
Mexicans.
the
So
oldest,
Mexican,
yeah, your
yeah.
oldest sister
She
is
was
a
like
crafty.
all over it. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
such a badass too.
Yeah,
She did such a
did.
good job.
She
My
did.
in-laws, they came down from California. They're American. This was the first quinceañera they had ever been to. And I think I scared them. I'm like, it's gonna be a little sketchy. Like,
Well, because like knowing our family, you know, knowing how they are, but like this was like there was all friends, so they were like, I feel like my parents were grounded, like,
Yeah.
because there was other people.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
very
If
true.
it's one-on-one,
But-
that's when you know.
Yeah.
If it's your dad and your stepmom making a quinceañera, it'd be completely different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but this was Lorena
Yeah,
and
Sandra and
Angie.
Angie.
Yeah, so and no, it came out really well. They really loved it. They actually just texted me yesterday if I could send them some pictures because they wanted to show it to their friends and
Yeah.
family. So
That's nice.
We have a lot of videos.
yeah,
This is like the first time in like years that we had like an actual like family picture. I don't know if you know this.
yeah, with all of us
Yeah,
together.
it usually, so me, when I got kicked out, I try not to go around there, only when I had to go visit Hela or Vania. And they would do pictures, like family pictures, like, fuck that shit, like, why do I have to go, like, you guys are not my family, but, like, I was so bitter about it, so I wouldn't go, or I would be working or something, and there was always an excuse. If it wasn't me, it was another sibling, so there's always someone missing in the pictures, but this time, everybody was in the picture. I
Yeah,
was
it's
surprised
pretty-
It
that
was
Pretty
nice.
cool picture,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, it was a beautiful quinceañera. I loved it. I enjoyed every minute
Monica
of it.
did their makeup, her makeup was
Oh,
my
I
God.
did her makeup and she
She looked
loved
so
it.
good.
She
Yeah.
loved it. And I was like, yeah, like this is you looking beautiful. You are a beautiful.
She's
girl.
a beautiful, she has a green eyes, fucking
Yeah.
beautiful female.
But Angie, tell us about your week.
My week, I mean, it was pretty much that. You know, the in-laws were in. They loved the quinceañera. They loved the family. They were sad that they had to leave the very next day in the morning, so they couldn't stay long. But they were just like very appreciative that we were like so welcoming, and yeah. And then Veronica got us sick.
No, I
Me
didn't.
and
No,
So
I do
funny.
have to say about your in-laws. They're so sweet, so calm, so like they were just so sweet. I was like, you know, they started dancing, and I was like, come on, let's dance. And the one was like, oh, I don't dance. I was like, you do now. So we just kind of pulled her in, and next, you know, her and her husband were dancing.
Yeah, and they did a
they-
better job than me and Alex.
Yeah, they
So
were just so
funny.
like freely, like, you know, and people. I mean, no, it's like it was a lot of family. It was a lot of people. There was about 300 people. Then the
Yeah.
sheriffs got called after you guys. left.
Everything was done.
We
the
were,
food.
we were
everything.
walking, driving out, and we saw the sheriff there, and I was like, oh no, like I hope there's no like underage drinkers. So I called
Oh,
you,
my
you didn't
phone
pick up.
was- yeah.
Called Monica, she didn't pick up. Called everyone, even Danny, she didn't pick up. So I was like, oh,
Danny
wow.
was a little preoccupied.
I know, with my cousin.
Yeah.
Danny, I
Good for
see
her.
you. But yeah, just besides getting sick, hopefully no one from my company is listening to this, but I am starting to look at a new job just because my job, after last week's episode, I really reflected on like how much anxiety and stress should a
Good
job
for you.
cost you. And I was like, nope, this is not, I don't feel right.
That's a
feeling this
self-care.
anxious.
Yeah, that
There's
is
a
self-care.
hygienist. You
Yeah.
don't have to deal with people's bullshit.
Yeah, and I love my patients so much. That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
I don't want to like not give them the quality care that they deserve. And the way things are going with my company right now, I feel like I just I'm not given enough time to give them that quality care. So maybe the next hygienist, she's probably a lot faster and she'll be able to provide that, but it's just not for me anymore.
But
so.
you can't discredit yourself that, because I feel like you are or someone that cares for everyone's like health being.
Yeah.
And if they're not giving you the time you are required to take care of that person, and they're trying to just make money out of it, then that's not your issue. That's their problem. So I feel like you take care of your patients, and you shouldn't discredit yourself saying like, oh, maybe the next one's gonna be faster. Like, no, you do what you have to do.
But you know, with the new job, I'm like starting to think about all these like self-care things, because I'm like, okay, let's remember that you're like a badass woman, like no matter what job you're at, no matter where you interview, you're gonna be great, blah blah blah. So that kind of leads us into today's topic. We're talking all things women, like Monica said, all things vaginas, everything, anything that has to do with women, we'll talk about today. So who wants to get us started? Hannah?
Me? Well, let's talk about something that came today, my period.
Okay.
Right now, as we were sitting here.
Right now, as we were sitting here, I've been cramping a little bit. My period nowadays is beautiful. Like, after my surgery, had shit removed from the endometriosis, they placed an IUD in me, and it's been heaven. Like, I've never been happier about getting my period ever in my entire life.
Tell them about your bill.
Are you
my bill has been resolved.
Oh yeah, how much were they charging you?
They were charging me, I think, so my insurance company, I think, was just desperate to get money and sent me saying money that I owed was like over $150,000. And is that, yeah. And I was like, I freaked out because I was like, what the fuck?
Monica made you freak out.
Yeah.
That should be illegal though for them to do that.
That, you would think.
Sue them.
I saw the letter because it's actually pretty funny now that I look back at it. But thankfully enough, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna call places because I don't like starting shit. I don't like getting involved in things. So I was like, I'm gonna give it another month. I gave it another month, and finally I got a bill from my gynecologist, and they said that all I owed was $35.
Wow.
Yeah,
Awesome.
for my freaking everything. Thank God.
Yeah.
So
You're-
everything total, like,
You're very, very lucky. Imagine if you had a job where you didn't have health insurance.
I was just saying, I just made a Facebook post about that because
Yeah.
I saw one of my biggest favorite YouTubers that like
Tati Westbrook, love her.
She's also unfortunately battling with endometriosis for the rest of her life, like me. And in there she talks about how she was stuck like just dealing with pain because there are insurance. She didn't have insurance. Like she had to put her life first, like trying to make bills and pay bills and eat and all that stuff at first. Now she has good health insurance. And,
Oh, good.
yeah, but that's because she has money now. I mean,
Yeah.
if you have money, you're gonna have good insurance. But
That's sad.
yeah,
It's so crazy to me.
I don't have money, but I still have to have insurance. Yeah.
No, it's crazy to me because at least in America, I know the health insurance system is different in like Canada and Sweden, all those other countries. But at least in America, you don't have a full-time job. Like for me, thinking about switching jobs right now, I'm like, where am I gonna get my birth control from?
That's true.
If I don't have health insurance, my birth control is like $350, which I could afford, but obviously
Are you on the pill?
Yeah, I'm doing the pill.
Okay.
And I love it. It's gotten my
Wonder.
period to get better. But yeah, like all these people, they get tied down to these jobs because of their health insurance. All these
Yeah.
women, or even
They're scared. How can they do shit for themselves without insurance?
yeah. So it's
I read this post that said they expect the working woman to raise her kids like she doesn't have a full-time job, and they also expect the woman to be at her job working like she has no kids.
that one hits home. Not that I have kids.
Me too. So when I go to Mexico, I really look at, and a lot of countries allow you to have like newborns and stuff. Mexico's one of them.
They have
the
insurance, right?
ability-
I heard that they have like
they
Yeah,
have universal health insurance for emergency, and they do have state insurance for everybody, for everybody, and so that's free. And I think there are certain ones where you do have to pay, but for the most part, I mean, insurance is pretty. I think there is
Tienen like
insurance.
Seguro Popular, se llama, algo así.
So everybody has health insurance.
Yeah.
You have to wonder, like Veronica, you work 60 hours a week. Can you imagine doing that and then going home and having a kid that you gotta help with the homework? You have to dinner
I
ready,
can't
like-
picture that.
Oh yeah, I didn't finish. So the Mexico thing, everybody takes their kids to work. Yeah.
Oh,
And
wait, they take them to work?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
everybody takes their kids to work, and if you wanted to, some obviously big companies, I don't think they allow that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I see like women, like they're like in their store, you know, taking care of things, and they'll have the baby there.
Yeah.
Yeah, or they'll go and like, hey, I'm gonna close my shop real quick. I gotta go pick up my kid. You know, things like that. So I
It's
see
more
that.
flexible.
Yeah, they make it flexible because family comes first, and
Yeah.
here it's not, unfortunately.
See, and I have flashbacks of when I was in Mexico, and I always thought it was a dream of me being at a tortilla factory. But I'm
There you go.
wondering, maybe my mom took me, and that's why I have this vision of this tortilla factory so vividly. Because I was like, I must have been like 3.
Interesting.
There's no way, because in my, what I remember is me working at the tortilla factory. But maybe it was just like my mom took me to the tortilla factory she was working at, and that's why I have this like vision. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Do
of
you
any
not
tortilla
remember that
factory?
like a couple episodes ago I said my mom was hoeing it at the bar? Maybe she was hoeing it at the corner of the
Maybe
tortilla.
she was at the
Oh,
tortilla factory.
Damn.
But you know, the innocent thought is that she took me to work at a tortilla factory.
She would. I remember because she didn't really like work. I've never
Uh-huh.
known her like actually work. I don't really have a lot of memories of her like taking care of us as kids.
Uh-huh.
All I remember is me taking care of you guys and me making sure you guys were good. But with her, it was like I remember her like taking care of this house and like cleaning or something, and like she'll bring food over from that house. I remember
Got
she
it.
introduced us to pancakes. Yeah, and you loved them when you were little.
Really?
Yeah, you
See,
used to
and I
like
don't-
shove your mouth with pancakes.
I must have
She would
done a
bring
good
the
job
mix
at
up.
blocking
Yeah.
all of that out because
Yeah.
I don't remember half the stuff.
You know what? As someone that doesn't have health care, but you and I don't have insurance. So we're like, we always try to take
You
care
guys
of
don't have
ourselves.
insurance?
No, we don't.
Like
No.
my work doesn't.
No, she was gonna do something with it, but she decided to get more money, and it was better for
Yeah.
us in the long
Yeah.
run. But we always try to take care of us. Like right now that I'm sick, I'm like on medicine because
Yeah.
I'm like I'm not trying to go
Yeah.
to the hospital. I'm not trying to go
You've
to no
done that.
emergency. We've done that, but I had access at that time when
Oh,
I did
yeah.
go. I was taken care of then. But now it's like no, we gotta watch out with every little thing, with everything.
At least it makes you take better care of yourself.
yeah, it really does.
And that's one of the arguments people make with like Medicare for all, healthcare for all, is that you're like, okay, at what point are we paying for other people's dumb decisions?
Yeah.
Like, you know, at what point are we?
Oh.
There's people that are born with diabetes, and then there's also people that just like
Build it in.
get so
Yeah.
uncontrollably overweight, and it's like their poor eating decisions that lead to it, and then all these people are paying for their medications and stuff. So it's like, or all these people that smoke. It's like in the long run we pay for all their. So it's like, at what point are your decisions causing all these people to pay for your medical stuff? So I mean,
Yeah.
touchy subject, but
I
I
see
mean,
what
what
you're
you bring
saying.
up is like take care of yourself, and hopefully you don't,
Yeah,
you know,
like,
rack up some medical bills.
yeah, don't.
But I've heard of like, I remember a friend's mom said that all of her debt was from the kids she had, like giving birth. She had 3 boys back to back, and that she had to file for bankruptcy because of that.
Ooh. I mean, yeah.
I was
people
like,
do
is that
file
a
for
thing? That's
bankruptcy.
crazy.
No way, that can't be a thing.
Yeah. I
Is
mean,
it?
If health insurance does go up that much,
Bec-
if you owe that much, but you really don't have to go
Yeah.
into bankruptcy. I would not go into bankruptcy for
Because of those medical bills.
I
Yeah.
also heard that you
Definitely
could do
wouldn't.
like even if you have like let's say like $200,000 that you owe, if you like set up like a payment plan for like $20 for the rest of your life, like
Yeah.
they won't go after you.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But that's so scummy though, because I thought of that. I was like, okay, maybe I'll just like fight it and I'll just like pay $10 a month for the rest of my life. But I'm like, no, because that's $150,000. That's half a house nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's not fair. It's not right.
It's
I'm not,
like the-
I'm not giving them a single cent.
No,
of
no,
their
I'm
money.
saying for people that actually like her, like she had a kid and stuff, and she had no insurance. You know, like you have a reason why you were trying to fight it.
But I guess what Diana's saying is that you shouldn't have to, for the rest of your life, make payments because you gave birth. Like,
Yeah.
it's
No,
just like the principle of the
It's,
thing.
it's
no,
a
I
bad
understand
thing.
that, but I'm just saying like right now how it's like it's a thing.
Yeah,
you know?
okay.
Yeah, I understand. I don't think that you know when you have like time off from work, like a lot of places only give you like 2 weeks after you give birth.
Yeah.
And it's like no,
Wild.
like you should, like Angie on our other sister, she gave birth, and I think she took like 3 months off.
Yeah.
3 or 4 months off. She took a good time off, but she's married, and she had insurance, and she works for the bank.
And even that, for some countries, 3 months they would laugh. Like I think Finland or Denmark, they get a year or 2 years, and they split it between the husband and wife, and they laugh at 3 months.
Yeah.
I bet, yeah.
But women are strong
We
freaking
are.
creatures because they can give birth and 2 weeks later be back at work.
Yeah.
You know?
Damn.
I seen like pictures of like females, like young females, like taking care of their siblings, and like mostly like in India when they're like carrying them like in the back, like those backpack kind of things, like they strap around them. And I see them, carrying water on their head, and wood on their shoulder, and they have the kid in the back, and on the other hand they have another bucket of food or whatever. So it's one of those like incredible things that females, it's just a strong.
It's like when you hear like a mother picking a car up if her baby's under it, like you get this like random like strength or power when it's people you love or things you care for. Yeah.
And that takes us to like you were talking about self-care, like females need to take care of themselves. They gotta go to the doctor. They have to make sure that they have their
annual exams, check for blood work.
Spread your legs open for him.
That I've never done because I'm so nervous about going to the gynecologist.
I've spread them open so many times, I'm careless now.
Really?
Monica and I have to go. And so like for us, for like the LGBTQ plus, is that like a thing? Like, like, because Diana's like, oh, it's 2 females. You do tell us to go, right? Like, or
I think every girl should get checked on there.
I'm scared, like
Me
you,
too,
Angie.
me too.
Same, I'm scared. I heard they take a big piece out of your freaking insides.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I heard they
It
stick
feels
this big metal
funny.
probe.
I mean, there is a probe.
Yeah, I'm like, heck no.
I don't want no probe near my vagina hole.
No, I had a transvaginal ultrasound. That shit's painful and really awkward. It's like literally like the fattest dildo you can find.
Oh
and
my
they stick it
God.
up there. Well, it's not the fattest.
See,
thing
I've
ever.
never even
But-
used a dildo before.
Oh, I've done
So I'm like, I don't want anything up there that's not my man.
But the speculum they use for your regular pap smear, that is, they have a small and they have like a normal size.
Well, and then you
For,
look at all these
you know.
countries, especially third world countries. I'm like, these women don't get pap smears, and they're fine.
But you have
I
to
agree.
also
I agree with that.
Well, yeah, because te conviene. But if you think about it, those places, they don't have the food that we eat here. And all that food that we eat here, it's known that you could get cancer from shit that we eat. There's
Processed junk.
you know what I'm
that we
saying?
eat.
And
That's
those
true.
places, they don't have that. They're eating like the chicken that they have in the backyard. They're eating the pig that they got, or they're eating, like organic food that they have that they're
Okay,
actually
I'll give you
grown.
that.
So they're bound
Fine.
to be less diseases and that type of, because in Mexico there's fucking old females that are like our grandma was like 102, and the only reason she passed away was because there was like a terremoto or like a temblor,
earthquake.
and like the house fell on her. That's the only reason why she went. May she rest in peace wherever she's at. But
Did she get buried underneath it?
she got buried. They got her. But
Wow.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Dark.
people.
I didn't know that. That's how I found out my grandma
That's
died.
still not an excuse.
No,
Not
I'm
to
like,
my
my grandma
grandma.
died.
But I'm just saying, like, I'm just trying to like say what Hela was saying. Like in those places.
Sorry, you're just breaking the news to me.
It was your great grandma.
Okay.
The pap smears are important then.
Yes.
We go get them
You
checked.
get itchy down. Don't you guys ever get itchy down there?
Not like
Good.
what
So
do you
every
mean?
time I have sex, unfortunately, I get a vaginal infection.
Who are you
know
having
why.
sex with?
I don't know.
I think this is more about your choice of bed than
Partner,
us
yeah.
But some women don't have any problems with having sex.
You know, I think the first time, I don't know when it was. It must have been like in college when I lost my virginity. I got
What?
like
You're
this-
not a virgin? I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I got this weird like lump down there, and I was freaking out because they always tell you don't have sex, you get STDs and you die, like Mean Girls, right? And I was freaking out, so I called my best friend Alicia, and I was like, "Hey, can you come look at this?"
Oh, you want to look at it?
Was it Alicia or Evelyn? It was one of them, and they were like, I don't know if I sent a picture or they came and looked at it. And they're like, nah, that looks normal. But they talked me into going to go get tested for like, STDs or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it was nothing. It was just like a rash or a pimple or something.
I've definitely had a cyst
Uh-huh.
in my labia or labia, whatever they call it.
But you get scared because, you don't,
It's
if
so
anything
painful.
feels weird or lumpy down there, you're like,
yeah.
what is
Touch
this?
yourself. feel down there.
No, that's even when
Take
you
a
shower,
picture.
touch your boobs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's
I
true.
always have to make sure because you don't never know, and then if you
Yeah.
know,
I've had
Veronica will be like, "Let me touch your boobs."
I'm
I'm like, "Okay."
I think it's for a good cause,
It's a
love.
mammogram checkup. Although they're saying a lot of those, I think they're trying to convince people not to do as many mammograms because they're saying that half the time when they do find like some kind of breast cancer, it's
Oh.
not bad.
I've had 2.
Yeah, it's not
My
like
20s.
it's not like severe enough to get treatment for it, and
Yeah.
then you go get treatment, and the chemo itself is worse than the cancer or something like that.
I haven't
So
read that.
Oh,
There's
I didn't
a-
know
yeah,
Like have
that.
all been fatty lumps.
Yeah,
Fatty
fatty
lumps.
lumps.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Fatty lump.
Yeah.
For Diana.
Yeah.
From Diana.
Because we haven't done that either.
I-
You
yeah,
haven't
me neither.
either, right?
Nope.
Damn.
I know we're bad. I mean, we're
I
talking
was-
about taking care of ourselves. And we
Yeah.
don't
The
take care
one
of
that goes to
ourselves.
the doctor.
I did go like the reason I didn't want to go to the doctor, and I'm gonna sound like my dad, is because I did go to the doctor, and they're like, "Oh, you got this wrong, you got this wrong," and I was like, "Well,
like
I
a
was
broken
healthy
car.
before I went into you guys."
Yeah.
That's
Like,
funny because that's how I felt. I started going to the doctor like pretty consistently, like in my mid-20s. And then little by little, I was like, oh, you have a low vitamin D level. Oh, you have plantar fasciitis. Oh, you've got this really weird, like,
so don't you wonder, like, are they just like happy diagnosing? Like they
Yeah.
just diagnose like crazy?
It's like when they go to the dentist and then they tell them like, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that, and you're like, it's not a big deal, but you have to get it done.
Yeah, I guess. And that's what, like, my dad, when he went in to see us, you know, I told him, oh, you've got bone loss, you've got gum disease. And then I told him, you've got all these cavities. And he's like, mija, no me duele, it doesn't hurt. He's like, I didn't have cavities before I came and saw you guys.
Wow.
I'm like,
That's the same thing.
I'm like
doctors say to
that.
us.
I'm like, they're there, you just didn't know they were there. And it doesn't necessarily have to hurt for them to be there, you know? But anyways, that's how I feel with, like, going in, they're like, you've got like moderate anemia, so you have to start taking like iron tablets. So I started taking iron tablets, freaking constipated all the time,
Shit.
like, all this stuff, and I was like, fuck it, I just stopped taking them. And I'm like,
But I feel like you had that issue since you were little, right? Like,
well, yeah, I was always low on iron because I never used to eat meat. And then I started eating meat, and I thought it'd go away, but I guess it didn't. And I did see, like, because they're part of, like, when you're anemic is that you're always very fatigued no matter how much rest you get. And Alex and I joke around because I always tell him I'm like a sleepy girl in a cold world because I'm always sleepy and cold.
Aw.
Well, those are two of the symptoms from being anemic. You're always sleepy and you're always cold. And I always thought it was just like, I'm just sleepy all the time.
But why are you anemic?
I need to eat more lentils.
Or do you think it's a lack of vitamin or
the
something?
lack of mother.
What's
wow. What?
It's an iron deficiency, so I just need to eat food like a lot of red meat, a lot of lentils, but I don't want to eat red meat, you know.
No.
Eat lettuce. I'm just kidding.
It's weird. But anyway, that goes back to our thing. Get yourselves checked. I mean, try and follow the doctor's orders. Don't be bad like us.
Yeah.
you know.
True.
So when our younger sister had her knee surgery, we were in the waiting room, and then I saw this an Arizona midday special. It was called MAMS exam. So they're saying that you could do, and Diana, I was kind of trying to tell Diana, I can't remember which, I think she was against it, but it's
a
like
corporate.
it's like mamexams.com. And I have the number here because I took a picture because I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. So number is 480-448-2411, right? And they talked about how you do like all your testings for females. So you go in there, you sit there, and then in the same office, you get all the tests done that you have to get done for females. And it's just basically for females. So I was trying to tell Diana, and I can't recall if she was against it or what.
But it's because a lot of those satellite clinics, like where you have everything done, like your insurance doesn't take a lot of them, you know, because it's not convenient for your insurance company.
Gotcha.
So that's where, you know, like you're paying now more, especially if your insurance doesn't kick in. So my insurance doesn't kick in until I pay $1,500 out of pocket. So if I go to a place like that, they charge more to do a pap smear. So not a pap smear, I shouldn't say that because that's covered 100%, thank you, Obama. But like, let's say for a vitamin D, a recheck, because I have vitamin D deficiency. Vitamin D, if I go through the standard lab place where you always get sent to, is cheaper. Versus like if they do it in the clinic, they charge you a little bit more. Maybe
Gotcha.
$10, maybe 15, maybe 30. I don't know.
But it's worth the look, right? Like, I guess everyone's insurance is different, so.
But if you don't have
Insurance,
insurance,
yeah.
they also have like, I heard, and I mean this was a couple months ago, think they said they had like payment plans, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you just want to get it all done with, when people that have money or having good
It's
insurance,
convenient.
Yeah.
it's a convenience place. Yeah.
It's a convenience.
Yeah.
Self-care,
But
definitely.
people don't know that too. The people don't know that it's cheaper if you go through the other lab. People just think, oh, okay, yeah, just draw my blood here. No, don't touch me. Don't draw my blood here. I'm gonna go draw it over there because it's much cheaper. That's what I would do.
And I feel like that's like an issue with other people because like you guys are in the medical field and they're like me, I would be like, yeah, sure, like this, whatever, like take
Yeah,
it.
I've always said
You know?
that
Doesn't wanna
everyone
cover
in
all
high
of it.
school needs to take like a medical
Yes.
class where they teach us about insurance.
Yes.
and,
Kind of how they did like
Yes.
financial, you
Yeah.
know. Like I remember our senior teacher, he told us like he gave us like this title, like I think I was like a janitor or something, right? And he goes, "You're gonna be a janitor. And this is how much you get paid."
Stereotyping.
No, like that's why they make you choose like
I'm
draw.
kidding.
And like you know, there's somebody that was a janitor and they had like 2 kids and this is how much they were making, and then we had to go see like an apartment that would cover that, like if you had a car, if you chose not to have a car.
Oh,
if
see,
you-
that's neat.
You know, and I think you had him too, Diana, that same teacher in high school, and he showed us. I think it was economics. And they showed us, it was like a whole project. And I remember going to Food City and
Oh, wow.
like going in there and seeing like how much my groceries would be if I were to go and buy something. And I remember telling one guy that was there, like, "Oh, can you sign this out for me? It's for school." He's like, "Nope, I'm not signing anything." And I don't think he was legit there. Like, you know. Yeah, so he didn't want to
maybe
get in
he was working
trouble.
under the table.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, that sounds like the game of life. The one that you do in like middle school, like, oh, what kind of house do you want? Do you know
Mansion.
that? Yeah, like. Have you ever? I don't know. That was like a middle school thing, I guess. I don't
We
really
all went
know.
to middle school though.
But maybe you guys didn't play that game.
No, I couldn't play the games. I was too busy taking care of my sisters.
Wow.
Damn.
So she's always gonna use that card now.
Yeah.
Hey, but we were talking about my mom earlier about her, you know, doing her prosty stuff. What do you guys think about like female workers, like sex workers?
I think they're okay.
I think.
Go and make your money.
Whatever
That's it.
makes your money flow. I mean,
Except your mom.
except my mom. Well,
You
here's
weren't
the
saying
thing.
that about my mama.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing with the lady. The lady had 4 females, and my dad was sending her money, so she had like no need. My dad has like this bucket full, or like this big box full of like
Okay, go.
full of like Western Union like receipts. I mean, I'm telling you, like, I don't know how much money this guy would send her, and we never got any like
Yeah.
You
So
know?
she didn't have necessity.
to work. Yeah, like
Yeah.
my grandpa had a house in Mexico. We were living in.
Okay,
It was-
but what if she liked it?
Okay, well then just say, you know, I like
Take
it
care
and
of your
do it.
kids.
Take care of your kids and then go do your
Ah.
thing.
But that's a good
That was the
point, though. There's a
problem.
lot of sex workers that aren't doing it for necessity. They just like it.
Right.
Should it be legal? What do you guys think?
I think it is legal in some places. Not
Is
here
it?
yet.
But the
Yeah.
thing is also
Las
you have to
Vegas.
make sure like it should. I think it should like you know each their own. Do whatever you gotta do.
It's like women
Yeah.
that do porn.
That's true.
But you also
Eh,
have to keep in line like the diseases. You know, like you shouldn't. You have
well,
to get checked.
when
and-
it's legal, they are able to get checked and do this stuff.
They
When it's when
legally
it's
have to get
illegal
checked.
that it
It's more
becomes more
taboo,
dangerous.
more
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
Because they're not getting checked because they're scared to get caught and all this
Yeah.
stuff. So yeah,
I think it's totally fine.
I know.
do whatever you want to do with your vagina. It's your vagina.
Did you guys see that video of that stripper that fell off a really, really tall pole?
No, did she
I
hurt
did.
herself?
Yeah,
She's-
she made a GoFundMe, and so that's terrible.
Oh my
I feel so bad
gosh.
for that woman. I hope her job helped pay for that, because that's a big liability to have them
Oh
in
wait,
such a high
that,
pole.
wait. Okay,
We'll
so
share it
I
on
saw
our
one.
Insta.
Okay, I saw one, but I don't know if she hurt herself.
Oh.
Bad, because then she like fell down, hit herself, and then whooped around and started twerking on the pole again.
No,
Is that
that's
her?
not her.
Oh, that's not her. Oh, okay.
She fell really, really high.
Wow.
I'll show it. We'll have it linked on Instagram. But she got it from GoFundMe page, and a lot of people gave her money.
Oh, I thought people gave
It
her
was
like
good.
crap for it because I could see
No,
people be like,
people
"Why are
did
you
actually.
doing this?"
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that are open minded and they're willing to help. You know, if I think I would have given her.
You think it's just all these old folks that just need to die already so that the new like open-minded people can like
We just
thrive?
need to keep an open mind.
But you also have the young people that, for whatever reason, you know, they're so like like
Have you
narrow-minded.
seen-
Well, I guess because their parents and grandparents,
grandparents.
ingrained that in them.
That's
McDonald's.
What were you
true.
gonna say, Monica?
Is-
Have you seen the My Life as a Stripper on YouTube? And there's like all these girls, or like My Life as a Nurse, My Life as
Oh,
a
yeah.
as a hygienist, My Life as a vet tech, and the stripper ones are so interesting.
Monica made me see one.
Yeah, I made her
I've never
see.
seen
Watch one.
Yeah, they're interesting because you just see their life and it's so normal.
Are
And
most of them like they
Yeah.
want to be doing
Yeah,
that?
they wanna be
see,
doing
and
that,
That's
get
what
that
makes
money.
me feel good because when I go to a strip club, I don't go often, but when I do, I like sometimes feel bad like giving money and stuff because I feel like it's like degrading them. But then if I know that this is what they love, this is what they want to do, they enjoy it, it's fun for them, it's a dance, then I feel like I'm supporting them.
yeah,
So-
And I feel like
agree.
it's also like if you're a stripper, you have a family, like you have kids.
Uh-huh.
It's such a good thing because, in a sense, because you're stripping in the night and then you have your family in the morning
In the daytime,
and you take
yeah.
care of them, and that's something that my mom didn't do, and you know that's what I'm bitter about. No, but because I have a friend that she posted and I had no idea, and she's like, yeah, this is what I do for a living, and she has kids, and she like her kids live so fine, like they're so
Yeah.
they're well taken care of, you know, they go to school, they do everything, and they kind of like Monica said, like they have like a normal life.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a taboo topic.
Yeah, there's a
People
lot
don't-
of topics, especially with like the sex workers. I know I found this girl through Menyo's friends. He had like shared one of her posts, and I'm like always looking at her stuff. I won't say her username, but she's like, she puts on there like, hey, if you want sexy pictures, like here's my Cash App. Like she makes her money like that.
I would do it.
Damn,
If I
that's
could, I would do it.
smart.
And it looks like she it's not like she like feels forced to do it. I feel like she just enjoys it, and it's a
It's
form
also
of income
good to
for
take
her.
pictures of your sexy self.
So do you guys do that? You take sexy pictures?
I don't.
You know,
I
somebody
definitely
told
do.
me that if I had nudes of Monica, and I was like, no. It's like, yeah, you should get nudes of Monica, and I'm like, why? Like, so you could just stare at them, and I'm like, but I stare at her at home. Like, why would I like? But it's just one of those things. Like, the girl was telling me she's also gay. She was like, that's normal. Like, I send nudes to my partner, but it's like, yeah, but to me, it's more like, what if those pictures get leaked? 'Cause
out.
nowadays,
Yeah.
everything's so
Even
dangerous.
top like what's the girl from the Hunger Games?
Oh, what's her name?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, even her, like even
Yeah.
top-notch celebrities, their nudes got leaked.
So it's one of those
Exactly.
things where like, oh, you know, let's just keep it like
I
in
look
with our
good
eyes.
in my nudes.
No, well,
That's
that.
Who do you send your nudes to? Just people you talking to?
You know, when you're in the mood and there's somebody you're talking to.
You want to add your cash grab to
Yeah,
the audience?
I hope my boss isn't listening to this now because that'd be terrible. He looked at me. He was like, and we were in surgery, and he was like, "Don't ever do that. Like, never put yourself in that place." I was like, "No, I will never put myself in that."
Knowing in the back of your mind that your nudes are all over the internet.
I'm like, shit.
I'm pretty sure mine are somewhere out there.
I
You
know.
think so?
Oh yeah.
You look good, right?
I've sent many in my days.
When
You
we
know,
were in
I
high school,
can't.
when we were in high school, Monica had like this pink camera, and I remember like we're trying to record ourselves doing it.
Oh yeah, we
And
tried.
we're like, yeah, no, this is not for
Really?
us.
We
Yeah.
tried it, yeah, because I was like, oh,
I
let's see.
recorded myself.
I
But you
recorded
know what?
myself.
I'm against that with me and Vero, just because I have this paranoia again that I don't trust people. I trust my wife, but
Yeah.
I don't trust like again. You know, you can get hacked and all that shit.
You know, and it's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
I think I still have some of my nudes on like my old Snapchat that I don't use. I've actually been like, I gotta go in there and like delete them because they're in a cloud and you never know.
You never know.
Yeah, you gotta.
Because you just picture yourself like, okay, what is gonna happen if one day these get leaked out?
And see, for me, I'm like, well,
Me
then
too. That's
I don't
my
really care.
mentality.
Yeah.
I fucking
But hey,
Mary.
but there's a no, there's a
Come on,
law.
Mary.
There is a law of against that. Like
That's
it's
right.
revenge porn.
Yeah.
Ooh, and you know who was behind it? Bria and Chrissy. They're on
Who's that?
YouTube. They
It's Chrissy Chambers. She was a victim of revenge
Uh-huh.
porn, and she actually went all the way to I think it was the UK to fight it. And then because of her story here in the United States, they passed several laws to protect women against that.
That's
so if
awesome.
someone tries to do that shit on to you
No, I'm
girls,
suing.
sue the motherfucker. That's right. Like,
yeah, like it was a
Kardashians do-
stressful role for her. I remember watching her videos, and she was like always stressing, and she was dealing with like drinking issues
Yeah.
and stuff like
See,
that.
that's
but-
different though. That's like online bullying. Like, I got your pictures. I'm
Yeah.
gonna put them out. Like,
That's
Well,
but
true.
it-
the thing is that she had no idea that happened to
Oh.
her. It was almost like rape,
yeah,
because she didn't know.
it's a form like
Yeah.
online
Yeah.
harassment.
So I mean, but kudos to her, man. She's a strong female. Like, and that's where it comes down to. Like, we're talking about strong females. How, now, like we saw who was it? You. That's there was a video in Mexico.
What
There was like this march in Mexico, and they were like, there was a song that they were singing. The girls were like, "Oh, like it's your fault. I'm not the victim. No, it's not my fault." Oh, it was in Argentina.
Because they've been.
The women were protesting.
Yeah,
There was a lot of women.
La de la culpa no era tu. No,
La culpa no era mía.
Ni cómo iba, ni cómo vestía.
Well, because that's a big thing. Like people say, if you dress a certain way, you're asking for it. I'm like,
Yeah, I saw that in the
definitely
museum.
don't
There
ask
was
for it.
like clothes from like different rape victims,
Uh-huh.
and there was like this girl wearing sweats, and there was this little girl wearing just her shorts.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
think
like,
that whole
no.
theory is just
That's
bullshit.
Just
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Straight
just like,
up bullshit, and fuck you guys if you guys think that's a thing.
And you know, Amber Rose said it doesn't matter if it's consent and all of a sudden we're in the bed naked and I decide I'm not gonna do this. You gotta respect that, even if
Yeah.
we're both
Oh,
naked.
yeah.
You're ready and I'm ready. She's all like,
as soon as I say no,
no,
thank you.
yeah, that's like,
Yeah.
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 And
That's
I've
facts.
actually done that too, and like where I'm
It's
like,
fine.
I'm not feeling it, like, eh. And then the guys always been like, okay, cool, like, you know,
Yeah, there you go. Like,
Walk
boom.
away.
yeah,
Consent matters. Learn your rights, ladies, too.
yeah.
Know that you don't let yourself be a victim.
I also saw this thing on online that it was like the undercover cops, but it wasn't, and like they were being pulled over, but it was like not a marked vehicle.
Yeah.
And there's like a number. I'm gonna try to find it, and I'm gonna link it on the description below. And it talked about it said like if you're being followed by an unmarked officer, just call the number if you're not sure, and just tell them like, hey, there's officer. These are my like where I'm at, and this is the officer. There's an officer behind
You
me.
don't call 911?
No, there's a number that.
I mean, I guess
tell
you
them.
could call 911
You can
or,
call
or
911,
that number, yeah.
but they tell you like, okay, what are the coordinates, and then they tell you, oh, there's no officer in that spot.
area.
Yeah, so like, don't stop, just go, and they'll kind of like tell you where to go.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where you also have to be very cautious, because I feel like females are always a target, you know, especially in the middle of the night. Well,
Yeah.
anywhere, anytime of
Anywhere.
day. But especially at night, it's just more scary, especially if you think you're getting pulled over by a cop, you know, you always want to obey to the law. But at the same token, what if it's not a cop and they're trying to take advantage of you because they saw you leaving the club and you took a dark road and you're stuck now. And
I feel like you see a lot of these stories too on Facebook though, and they're like, I don't know, some of them I'm like, is this real? Did this happen? Because there's a lot of like fright stories, like I was walking out of Target and this man approached me. Like I see a lot of those. Half of them I question, but I still think that no matter what, it's good to carry either mace,
I
little
agree
pocket
with that,
knife,
yeah.
something just so that you feel like you could.
That's why I
defend
can't
yourself
go
even a little bit.
alone anywhere, because I'm scared.
Yeah.
Have you seen those shit about vans? White
Yeah, like
vans?
white vans.
Yeah, I get so paranoid. I tell Vero, like, no.
yeah, we
What?
can't park next to white
We had
vans.
that thing
Oh,
a couple
white
months
vans.
ago where these young native brown girls were going missing, all around the same age, like
There you
12
go.
and 13. And I was getting really scared because I'm like, oh, I'm a little dark skinned. Like, I look young.
I'm a little brown girl.
Yeah, I was like, I'm a little brown girl. And so every time I take out the trash, I'd leave the door open, like the little front gate one open. And Alex was like, mosquitoes are going to get in. I was like, but I need you to make sure I don't get kidnapped. And he's like,
Yeah.
you're ridiculous. But it's a fear.
It's a fear. It's a valid
No, we have
freaking
legit
fear.
valid fears. Or when you're walking down the street and you hear somebody walking behind you.
Yeah, you're
Do you
like,
wait to let the person pass so you
Me?
feel more comfortable?
I guess I've never really like put that much thought into it, so I don't think I do. But why you do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll like probably make an excuse or somehow change my path.
yeah.
Yeah.
Although today I was super sick, but I did get out of the house for a minute to walk Bella,
But not give her water?
and not give her water. I forgot to give her water today. But as I was walking, there was this strange man, and I thought he had a rifle. It looked like he had a rifle across him, and he just looked really scary. And I don't know why. Like, I could have just kept walking, but I think my instincts kicked in, and I just like turned around and walked back the same way I had just came. I don't know why, but like I tried getting a video of him to show Alex, because it was just like the weirdest thing.
Yeah, that
You see,
is
He was like,
yeah,
oh,
your instinct kicks in.
and it's just weird because I feel like there must be a sixth sense, because I just
Yeah.
felt very afraid for a second.
Yeah.
It's your guardian angel.
Yeah, and I just turned around, and he did like, when he started turning the corner of the block, he did like turn around, looked at me. He didn't look like he was right in the head. He had this, and he kept stopping, and he took his phone out and recorded like houses, and he was like swinging something. And I swear he had a rifle with him, but I don't know. I was like, do I call the cops?
Man, that's kind of weird.
Well,
Yeah.
you guys are packing at your house, right?
We're always packing. We're always ready. I dare you to break in.
So funny.
Right to carry.
My boss, he whenever like one time his son went to his house and he started like knocking, he fucking got out. What the fuck are you doing, dude? I almost tapped you in the head. And he said, oh, sorry. Like, it's like that. Like when he was younger, the kid, he would like try to go in and say, nope, curfew is at this time. And then like the mom would go outside and like leave some like what are they called? Covers, so he would like not be cold.
Oh, like blankets
and stuff like that. Yeah, blanket in front of the porch.
That's funny. Let's go back. We're kind of rambling off topic, but Diana, I think, wanted to talk about like implants and Botox and all of that stuff.
About our insecurities a little bit. You know, things we want to fix. For example, I have a fupa. I have a big fupa.
What is that?
It's a fat upper pussy area.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
I'm always very self-conscious of that. It's gotten less since I've lost 18 pounds, but it's still there. And I always talk about, like, I would probably do a tummy tuck after I lose more weight.
Would you be open about you? Like, would you post that you got a tummy tuck?
Yeah, I probably would. It would. Yeah, because you have a scar. Like, there's a scar involved. It's a big procedure. Maybe I would do it.
Yeah.
I know there's now more invasive things coming out, but like that'd be something that I would put money to. So also another thing I put money to is always like my acne. So my skin. I always have an esthetician, Brenda. She's so good.
I introduced her, by the way.
Yeah, that's
Brenda.
true.
I want to kick back from all that.
And yeah, she's been amazing. And I also have a dermatologist, but I definitely use Brenda a lot because I am very self-conscious about my face. So I know probably my skin isn't gonna be like flawless or whatever, but man, if I just get it scar free as possible, I'll be happy.
You're happy with that, and your skin has been looking a lot better.
It has. It's come a long way, and it's
So
still
that's
got
a
long
form
way.
of self-care,
Yeah,
right?
I mean that's how I take care of myself.
And your nails are as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I always do my nails.
Where do you go?
I go with my friend Nate. He is somewhere in Dunlap and off the 17th. Very good.
Yeah.
I love my nails done. It's just something I like to do more for myself. And because I am a picker, I pick everything. I pick like skin scabs. I like to poke things. And so if I have acrylic nails, it prevents me from not doing that habit.
How do you wipe your booty though? Like, do you feel like
mine
you get
aren't that long, so
booty?
I have no problems at all.
Okay.
No
Because
problems.
I seen like females that have like super long nails and like how do you wipe and they get all offended.
I've seen a meme.
You use the side.
It's like if her nails look like this, her chonies look like this.
Yeah.
And they'll have like chonies all.
That's so
My friend
funny.
Lupe has them. Yeah, I have friends with really long nails.
Whoa, you're gonna get in trouble.
No, but she's talking about like long, super
Like
nasty
really
nails.
long, like, you know, like okay, all right.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Lupe looks her hands look so sexy, like just with like the long nails. They do they not?
Veronica's trying to make it better.
Yeah,
No,
she
I'm
is.
not. I'm just saying.
She's trying to save me. Lupe, show us
Lupe,
your
I love you.
chonies to prove it. Okay.
Send us a picture. No, but I do find her nails like when I see females with like long, super like like nails are being like taken care of. Like Diana's nails are really like sexy. Look at them, like they're so
Yeah,
nice.
I like them.
I like
you know,
them too.
they're not for me.
Yeah, same. I
don't
don't do
take
acrylics
any
anymore. Same.
You used to like them and you could just kind of
I
got out of it, right?
Yeah, I got out of it. I got out of hair extensions as well. I want to go with the natural flow.
You're like
you know?
Alicia Keys.
No, I'm not going. I'm wearing makeup, and I'm gonna wear a full pack of makeup. So no, I'm not fully Alicia Keys, but
I have one of my good friends. She's debating on she's not debating. She's going to do breast implants, and I'm just like, for me, it's not for me. I could appreciate someone else wanting to do it. For me, it just scares me because you hear so many like horror stories about these
the
things
plastic and-
exploding and
Yeah.
causing all these kinds of things.
Well,
And I'm
nowadays
just like,
they are saying that those implants,
give you
you have
what is
to
it
have them
called?
changed every so often. I think.
yeah, it's
Is
just
that like a tab?
everything.
Like is that like a we could make more money? We have this female change her boobs, or is
I
that
don't
like
think so. I think
a legit thing?
there's real medical evidence
Yeah.
showing all the dangers of
Because
it.
what your body does is you're introducing a foreign object.
Yes.
But here's my thing, like I've seen some stories where people go to Mexico to get these things done. They try and do the cheaper route and it ends up in a tragedy where the people pass away.
Mark can tell you.
Yeah, well, actually, an elementary friend, I couldn't believe it when I saw the news. One night I was just looking to see where people were at in their lives, and I Googled her because I remember she was a big part of my life in my elementary years. And I Googled her. Guess what? She went to do plastic surgery over there, and she passed away.
Seriously?
Yeah, it was in Nogales, yeah.
What, like
Yeah.
butt implants, breast
I think it
implant,
was like
some
some kind of liposuction thing. They didn't do it right, and bam. And I even went on Instagram and looked, and for sure, yeah, she had passed away but you go to Mexico to do that shit, it's kind of sketch. I don't know.
That's the thing, and like you feel like a horrible human being because you're like, well, I don't feel bad for these people, but I mean, you do feel bad for them.
No, yeah.
Because you're like, how insecure were they that they had to get this surgery done and they couldn't even afford it? They had to go to a different country.
You know what? She was, she had glasses. She was like a nerdy, cute girl. I remember her being like very innocent, but she was like kind of bullied in a way. That's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Pero I do think that she grew up to be a beautiful woman, you know, but I don't know why she decided to do that.
Self-esteem.
Yeah, there you go. Self-esteem.
Like deeply rooted, I
But
guess.
then wouldn't you consider like her wanting to make that change like a form of self-care to make herself feel better?
Yeah, I mean,
then it gets all...
I work in the dental field and I see people that come in with beautiful teeth and they want us to shave them all down and do all veneers.
Damn.
And I'm like, man, how fucked up is your perception of yourself? Like,
Yeah.
you know? And that's part of my job is to talk to them and say, hey, like, I think you have a gorgeous smile. Like, why do you, like, find out what...
Like the root
of why they want to do it. And if it's some weird, like, whoa, ever since I was little, like, people make... You know, if it's something like that, we have to refer them out to a therapist first because it's a life-changing, altering decision that you can never undo.
You see, when I was telling Veronica that I plan on having, if we do our in vitro thing, I want to have twins, and I'm gonna get liposuction right after. Take off everything. I don't want to have a period anymore. Boom, boom, boom. Sew that shit up, and I'm gonna get my face fixed in a sense that I'm gonna put some, what is it called?
Botox,
yeah, Juvederm or whatever underneath my ojeras. What do you call it?
Always hated her.
Yeah, what are they called in English?
Underlids, maybe?
Your under eyes.
Yeah.
Under eyes.
Yeah, the hollows in your under eyes. I always have that, and I always tell Veronica, "You're gonna do that for me." And then when she makes me laugh too much, I'm like, "You're also gonna get me Botox."
I'm sorry, I just love making her laugh so much that we just have a blast whenever we're doing anything that we're doing.
Well, now you're going to have to pay for it.
Yeah, no, I just
she
didn't
really
know like
is.
giving her like joy in life was gonna like make me like.
But I
pay
think,
later.
like I always tell Veronica, like don't let me go far into that. Like, don't let me get lip injections. Don't. Like, fine, fix my hollows underneath my eyes, do a little Botox here. But if you see me putting shit in my face that's like not gonna dissolve, stop me.
¿Y si te cacheteo y te hinchas y ya se va todo?
No, it says that se quita con sweat, cuando haces mucho sweat.
Gotcha.
So, I don't know.
See,
but-
for me, the closest thing I've ever done to any, like, body, like, modification was the eyelash extensions. And even that was
and you hated that in a sense.
I hated it. They look so beautiful, and like I'm sure that's the same thing with like your breasts. If you get a breast implants, like they look gorgeous, but they're so uncomfortable. I was picking them off. You couldn't wet your eyes. You could feel like they were foreign. I was just like, this isn't worth it. You know what?
There's nothing better
I'll
than
take my
natural
little
beauty.
beady rat eyes. Like I'll keep these.
I love
Your beady red eye.
Yeah.
I feel like they're so beady. Like
They're so funny.
I'm so ugly.
And that's what you have to do, where you have to like, you know, like self-love, self-care.
But it takes a lot to get there, and I feel like
Well, you're telling me like
it
I'm
takes
so
age.
I'm so self-conscious with like my weight because like growing up I was a fucking
That
skinny.
fupa, right?
Yeah, I was like a skinny bitch, and then you know I started working, and then I gained like 60 pounds of work.
Excuse me.
I already lost 20, but it's still there. You know, it's not like 100%, and I'm still like.
Suppress that cough, girl.
Trying, I'm sorry.
But I
Thank
agree.
you, Veronica, for getting us sick.
That's so true.
That wasn't me. Why are you saying me? You guys went to the quinceañera. You guys were partying it up. I saw you guys drinking like crazy.
Oh, now you're starting rumors.
Well, you guys
Yeah,
are starting
yeah.
rumors for me getting
I'm
your
kidding.
sick.
No, but going back to before I interrupted you with my cough.
No, I'm just saying, like, you know, you just have to, like, I guess, like, self-care. You have to take care of yourself, and you also have to have, like, that, like with me, how I'm, like, self-conscious of, like, my fat in general, and it's like, oh, you know, I'm trying to do something. You have to, like, be uncomfortable to get to that comfortable spot.
I love that. I love that.
But you are also aware of where your body is at.
Yeah, and I
So-
do try to eat healthy. I try to drink a lot of water. My friend at work brings me sometimes like cookies or donuts. That's not good, but I still try not to eat them. But I still eat them. But it's one of those things where, you know, yeah, treat yourself, but also take care of yourself. You know,
Yeah.
like how Monica was saying and Diana was saying, like, I haven't gone to the gym because work has been busy, but I try to eat healthy.
Yeah.
I tried, you know, Monica bought like those crispy cakes.
Oh, rice cakes.
Rice cakes. Oh
They're
my god, they're so
amazing.
delicious with avocado.
Where do you get those rice cakes? I looked for them at
Sprouts.
Traders. Oh, Sprouts.
They have them there too, I
They'll
think.
find them at
Yeah.
Traders.
I'm
Okay.
pretty
We
sure.
went and Monica got like 10 of them. How many?
No, I got 5 because there were
Wow.
5 for 4, 4 for 5. I can't
Yeah.
remember.
So we go next time, we'll just get you some.
So one thing I always forget about is my stretch marks.
It's just-
I have a lot of stretch marks.
I have a few and they don't bother me.
I looked at funny. Monica and I were talking about it last night because I was like, babe, like I have like my like on under the shoulder,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, do you? And she's like, no, they kind of look like they're disappearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they disappear after a while, but like if they first start like reddish and
Uh-huh.
then but they're still there. Especially like I have a lot like under my fupa area.
Yeah.
And like I want that shit gone.
I feel like
will make
maybe
that
it's
shit
just the
disappear.
culture we're in. I feel like they've been normalized a lot more.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't mind like the ones on my thighs
Yeah.
or my butt. I don't mind those at all.
Yeah.
Those are definitely okay.
It's just your belly.
Yeah, the ones underneath, not even my belly, like the ones around my belly button are fine. I'm talking about like the ones like literally like in my upper pussy
Let me see,
area.
show us.
I'll show you right now.
That's so
Yeah,
funny.
so that one.
That was
Also,
so aggressive,
I'm getting,
Diana.
I'm getting my first Brazilian done this weekend.
Oh, you are? Oh,
Why?
fuck that.
Yeah.
Why are you getting
Because
that?
She's
I
going
think
to
it's
Mexico.
important to exfoliate your bottom end and waxing.
Why
is
not do
great.
it next, like the following week?
Or in 2
Because
weeks.
I'll be in Mexico.
And
Well,
then
why
one-
not after Mexico?
Oh no, I don't know. Actually, it just ended up to be like this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and
A
I
mí
just
se me hace.
You guys,
No.
okay, let's get a little bit more personal.
Okay, let's hear it.
How trimmed are you? And
You know what? I shave here and there, but I don't really. Because, okay, this is what I heard that you're supposed to have some hair down there.
Yo,
so I.
full bald.
Yeah.
Full
You do?
bald.
No.
I'm gonna go full bald.
Oh, you are, right?
But
But
right now,
But
I am
Diana,
a jungle.
yeah, I was like, I don't like desire to look at Diana in any way, shape, or form, but we do live together, and this female loves to walk around the house when her brother's not there, like butt naked. I'm like, Diana, like,
cover up.
cover up, please. And she's like, what? It's just us. I'm like, that's why.
That's-
Cover up.
what
But-
about you?
Me, like what you said, every now and then I'll go full naked
Yeah.
Morad. But a few days later, it's got like little stubs and stuff. I'm like, oh, it's so itchy, uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've gotten to the point where I just like to keep it trimmed a little bit. Like, you
Yeah,
know,
that's
you
nice.
cut a little, make some shapes and stuff, and you just
I wanna
keep it
pay
low.
women
Do you have your
Yeah.
husband help you? Or
No,
do you do it?
He won't even pop. I had a pimple in between my butt cheeks, and he wouldn't even pop that for me.
That's so funny.
You should call Cecilia. She would have done it.
Yeah.
She would have like, oh, let me do it. I like to have it like not like bare. I like to have a bear, but you obviously
Bear, like a grizzly bear.
no, like empty. Like,
I was like, wow, that's a description.
no.
Okay,
Bear.
like B-A-R-E, like bear. Okay, not B-E-A-R. Okay, gotcha.
Because I walk too much and I feel like because when I used to play sports and I
Uh-huh.
would like run and stuff and I feel like that shit would like pull hard.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Mine does too. That's
So I
how
was
I
like,
do it.
I was like, nope, not doing this shit.
It's
So I always try
uncomfortable.
to keep it like
Very minimal.
very minimal. And,
Gotcha.
I don't shave like every other day, but I do shave at least like once a week.
Yeah.
To try to make sure it's like out. And I feel like us females, like Monica and I were together, so I feel like I always try to stay like clean for
Yeah,
her in
that's
a
true.
sense. But
I'm clean.
no, I'm not saying you're not clean. You know, she does sometimes, and then she's like, oh, like, don't do this because I haven't. And I was like, whatever, like, let me.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
let me take care of it. But it's one of those things where, you know, if there's like Diana with her friend that she was working with Mexico, you know, he didn't mind her having like that because she was like, oh, yeah, I have a bush. And I was like, wait, but you just had like, but, and she's like, oh, he don't mind. He don't care. He like did
Yeah.
like full blown like downtown.
Yeah,
Right.
I guess
Amazing.
for me, I never think of like, it sounds selfish, but I never think of my partner as the reason for me like doing it. It's just more for like my own comfort. Like you said, for you, it's like if you walk around a lot. For me, it's just like, I would just want to be comfortable. You know?
Can I get more personal with you
Let's
guys?
see.
Okay. Do you guys Masturbate?
Oh, every day.
You know?
That's easy.
Okay,
Honestly,
Diana,
I
you
do.
start.
Yeah, you're very open.
Do you use a dildo, right?
I've used, yeah.
Or a
I actually
vibrator.
have, I have both.
Yeah.
Telling us, our friend was telling us. Can you delete her name, please? Just beep her name.
Okay, I'll try.
I'm sorry.
My editing skills are not that great.
She was telling us it's okay. She's single right now. She's single, right?
Yeah.
She's single.
Okay.
She had like a full box of toys, right?
Really?
And her partner, for whatever reason, didn't like doing toys. And he was. I don't know if it's like a self issues that he has, or I don't know what. But
Dick complex.
I don't know, but he didn't like them, and she had to throw them out, and like they broke up. So she's like, man, I have to start my box again.
Have to buy everything.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me take this back to the beginning, the origins. I think I didn't really start masturbating till I was like a few years ago because we always shared a room. So it was never like,
That's hard.
when can you
Me too,
do
I have
it?
my own room.
Yeah.
I'm
So
alone sometimes.
I remember one time I tried, this was like maybe early college. I think because Danny and Adrian and I were like talking about it, and they're like, you don't masturbate? I was like, no. And they're like, come on, like, it's better than actual sex.
Actually, it is kind of
Sometimes. And I
just
tried,
fast.
and Vanya was asleep, and it was like 3 a.m, and I was like, tried, and then she starts waking up, and I was like, fuck, like I panicked. So that was my first experience trying to do it, and then obviously once I got my own place, I was like, let me see what's on Pornhub.
You know, I can't think of a time if I have or I haven't. That's why I was telling Vero. And actually, tell Vero, you want to share the funny story
What? Okay.
Tell him.
You call Veronica.
No.
about, you know, when I was in Mexico?
Oh yeah. So I don't know, out of nowhere I was just like, oh, I've never tried it, right?
Uh-huh.
So to me it's kind of like really taboo, and I was like, no, like you know,
because
like,
growing up, they made us think like that stuff was evil
Yeah.
and dirty.
Wow.
So like I can like relate to Veronica where you just like feel guilty doing it.
yeah. So that was like my thing, right? And then I don't know, one day I was like alone in my house. Monica was in Mexico, and I was like, I'm gonna try it. And I felt like really horny, which was really weird. It was like really weird. I was so awkward with
Monica
myself.
laughs.
Yeah, because I told her, I was like, because
She told me and Ceci
I told her and Ceci.
at the Starbucks drive-thru.
And it was just weird because they brought it up, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, fuck it. Like,
Yeah.
Casilla was trying to tell me. She's Casilla's like, I tried doing it.
Yeah.
And she's like, I feel stupid, so I stopped.
Yeah, she
That's
told
what she said.
That's a problem though, because that shows how taboo our parents
Yeah.
made sex or anything sexual, that you feel stupid or
Stupid doing
dumb.
it.
Yeah.
She's like, I tried doing it here and there, and I couldn't, and I just didn't. And then she asked me, and I was like, I was gonna lie, but I was like, no, I did. I tried it, and it was oddly weird because
Uh-huh.
like I picture Monica like doing it to me, so I
Yeah.
think that's why it was kind of like, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it was just something that I don't like. I don't want to do it, but it's addicting in a
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, it is.
You know,
I mean,
but it's like
it really
But
is.
then I was like, why am I doing it? Like if I had like, because I'm not, obviously this is me.
Why do you feel guilty?
Yeah, why do I feel guilty?
Because our fucking parents fucked us up.
And we're Hispanic.
Yeah, I think anything sexual, I feel like the Hispanic community, like, I remember my first, like, when I lost my virginity with a person that I had been with for, like, at least 5 years, and the sex was consensual and everything. Afterwards, I, like, went and showered because I felt so dirty, and I cried in the shower. And even though I was crying, like, I remember thinking, like, this is not normal. I shouldn't feel like this. And even then, I was kind of aware that it was because of our parents,
Yeah.
like, you know, making sex such a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because we never talked about it growing up. Like, it was never a thing,
Yeah.
you know?
Topic, especially when you have a mom, because she's too busy doing her thing. You know?
Yeah.
And you know, I remember when he cheated on you, my big worry was that you wanted to stay with him because he was your first.
Yeah, and you know, that was a thing,
And
actually.
I told you, like, you don't have to stay with him.
Because they were like, whoever you have sex with, that's your partner for life. And I was like, okay, well, you know, this is the person I gotta be with now.
And it's like,
My
man.
uncle, when you're just kidding.
Whoa.
Weird.
I was a late bloomer too. So I lost my full virginity at 26. I've been fooling around with guys like before then, like doing other things, but like full blown like regular vaginal sex was at 26. And it was with the guy that I really, really like. And I thought it was great. I mean, I have no regrets about the way I lost
See, and
it.
you felt good afterwards,
felt
right?
good
You have good memories
afterwards,
attached to
yeah.
that.
That was great.
See, I
Bad
never-
memories.
I never did. When I started like sleeping with guys, I think I won't say my number. It's
Don't.
less than 10.
Mine is less than 10.
Mine's less than 10, which is pretty good for my age. But every time, like, I would just feel so guilty, like, every single time. And like, it wasn't until, like, my husband now, Alex, that, like, I actually felt good after sex. And I was like, oh, maybe it was just, like, I was picking the wrong partners or something. But now reflecting back, I just give it all to, like, our family and how we were raised.
Yeah, that's true.
That's where I put all that blame in.
I do too.
So did you take care of your husband? Like Monica and I, you know, we're females.
Yeah.
I like to take care of her.
We're so funny because I think he's very considerate of me, and I try to be very considerate of him, but it really just depends on who's more tired that night. So like, or whose idea was, like, if he's like, hey, come on, let's go, I'm like, okay, you do all the work. So it just depends, but I think we're pretty fair with each other.
I love to take care of Monica, and I'm just always sometimes so tired and she's like, let me, and I'm like, no, like, I'm done.
I'll
like,
still do it.
Yeah, no, like, I do her. I take care of her, and that's the thing, she doesn't want me. She wants her to
reciprocate
first.
Yeah, I like to do things at the same time, not just one way. And she's very like, but this
Are
is
you
where.
talking about sex?
Yeah.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if it changed to like
Slow.
chores or something.
Chores.
I don't have a partner, so I just think.
So I always try to like take care of her, but there's times that I'm
Get
just so
it.
tired. Like I get to it, I know what gets her going, and then
Okay.
boom, she's out.
Yeah.
And then she's like, no, like you have to let me, and I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. Like I don't like. I'll take care of you. Like it's okay. And there's
So
times
you
that I
don't,
just,
you don't mind, like,
I don't
it
mind
would be
if
like
she
me
doesn't.
just giving a blowjob and not getting anything in return.
yeah.
It's pretty much
I
like
do
that.
like
I would mind that.
I don't.
Actually.
Well, if you're doing the blowjob, but I like if I'm doing Monica and you would think like, if I don't know, you want some, right? I'm like, no, I'm good. Like I'm good.
You're okay
like,
with just pleasuring and not getting
pleasuring
anything in
her,
return.
yeah.
But you know
Okay.
what? Let's continue with the sex thing. Veronica had what is that numb part that you have, Vero?
Oh yeah, so when I was younger, I had a hernia, and then in Mexico, they gave me. I had surgery in Mexico, and they numb me for it to, but it's still numb. Like, so part of
to
it.
this day, she says that she feels.
I feel like it feels weird. Like I don't feel, and it's right like on like my pufa, you call it, or like
They
right.
must have like done some nerve damage when they did
That's
the
what
aesthetic.
we think
Yeah.
because she says that she.
Like when she tries to penetrate me, I don't.
She says like no, it's
It's, like, numb.
actually.
Like,
she's like it's nothing.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
Keep doing it. And, like
Yeah.
for her to play, like get pleasure out of it.
Yeah.
That's fine. But I'm not getting
For you,
anything.
it's like
Yeah, obviously my vagina still gets like
wet.
like wet
Yeah.
stuff, but I physically like don't feel anything. It's just she's just ramming me down, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, take it, whatever, But I don't feel anything. But if she moves to my clitoris, then that's a different story. That's where she makes me do.
you guys need to make a map to show all the men in the world.
How to do it. So if you're a guy, just go to that little beam and just like
Have you
eat
ever
it.
faked it for guys?
Yes.
I feel like all my life I faked it for all these.
I've definitely faked it a couple times.
Do you fake it to him?
Not for Alex. Alex is always like, I feel like maybe that's why I was so attracted to him from the start. Like the sex was always really good, but like I'm trying to think everyone before him. It was just like
Honestly, the Mexican lover is probably the best one.
and oh really
Yeah.
Even like my girlfriends that I talk to, all of them talk about faking it all the time, and I'm like, man. These guys don't even know. They probably think they're these like great sex gods, and they don't even know we're all faking
Have
it.
you
I've only had one under my belt, and that's you.
No.
I thought you were gonna.
Me.
Have you faked it
Have
with
you faked
Veronica?
it with me?
Wow.
Oh no, I don't.
No, that was like a low no.
That's because I try to think, but
Like
I
in
don't.
the early days,
Maybe when she was tired.
No, in the early
May-
days we were like bunnies.
Yeah, I always tell her if we were a straight couple, we would have had like 10 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and now you lead into the next kind of topic.
Okay.
Kids. Like, do you think it's taboo for women now not to have kids? Like, none of us in this room have kids.
No, I don't think so.
I don't. That's because kids are expensive.
It's weird when people ask, "Oh, you should have a kid already." Oh,
Like
it's
we're not in your
fine.
fucking time.
No,
I
but
think that's fucking
it's what, learning with Diana's endometriosis, I found that you shouldn't ask that question because
don't know.
a lot of women struggle with infertility.
Yep.
So it's like
I did the mistake of asking one of my patients because it seemed like such a normal thing. I was like, "Oh, you got any little ones?" While I'm cleaning her teeth, and she starts like tearing up, and she's like, we worked so hard to get this pregnancy thing. We paid for the whatever,
in vitro,
and they lost it. And I was like, "Fuck." So I mean, that's a good lesson to learn. Like, don't ask.
Don't ask.
Yeah, don't ask. I don't know yet. I might not be able to.
Yeah, don't.
I think I'll be able to.
I don't think I want to carry. I know I don't want to carry kids. And
You know for
if,
sure.
Yeah, if Monica were to ask me, like, for whatever reason.
No,
she's
I
like,
told her if I cannot carry the kids, she's gonna have to. And I told her like
you're
you
okay with that?
You're
Well,
gonna
because
have
I'm doing
to.
it for her.
Yeah, or not even endo, just infertility in general.
But you will, baby. I believe in you. You got this. You got this.
Yeah, easier said than done.
Can you
don't
guys
know.
imagine me fucking like pregnant and
I can actually, because my two good friends from pharmacology, they're a lesbian couple, and I always thought the girly one was gonna carry the baby. Bam! Next thing I see are all these pictures of like the big, like, you know, I don't want to say
Butchie lesbian?
political
Dominant
correctness.
Tomboy.
The big tomboy lesbian. She carried the baby.
Well, there you
I
go.
was
Maybe
like,
they had that issue.
mind blown.
Domo Wilson, she was very like.
Well, I thought it was maybe because the girly one. I don't know. Am I speaking politically correctly? I don't know.
It's fine.
Anyway, the girly one, she was in pharmacy school, so I maybe she was like, I can't carry a kid while I'm in pharmacy school, which makes
true.
sense.
Stressful,
So,
yeah.
It's true.
yeah, so I think.
But if
that's why.
Monica made me promise if she can carry for whatever reason, which God please, I hope she can, I will carry.
Oh.
And if I can't carry, then we're fucked.
My plan with us is that I would take one of her eggs, one of my own, and we'll have the same sperm donor, put them in me, boom, and I'll carry both children.
My fear is
yeah.
that my baby's gonna be ugly.
She's so silly.
Oh, se va a tener uno pretty and one not so pretty.
You're
And
so-
the ugly's
I'm
gonna
like,
be
Some
mine.
people have ugly babies.
No.
Yeah, and some other
They're
people have
Monica.
cute kids,
Yeah.
so
I'm
it's.
like,
But
yeah.
Monica's, look at her, she's so cute.
Yeah, but you never know.
If Alex and I accidentally got pregnant, would you guys take our kid?
Yeah.
You guys would want it.
And you
You
would
shut
keep it.
up. Yes.
My kid would be so smart.
Your kid would be
Wow.
smart.
Like if
No
had,
digas eso.
no,
Oh.
oh, knock on wood. If it had half of Alex's brain cells, it would be so smart.
My dad was talking so good about Alex. Like, oh, he's a savvy guy. Like, he knows
Oh,
what he's
really?
doing. Yeah.
See, and I
Because
always,
we went the next day.
I always feel like my dad like almost looks down on Alex sometimes because he's not like Mexican.
No,
or
my
he's
dad.
not, like,
My dad talks really good about your husband,
Aw.
right? We were talking about him on
Sunday when we went to
when
clean.
we went to do the aftermath. We went to
Yeah.
clean, and we found so many gift cards after. Like Alondra had so many gifts left over from
Oh,
like
really?
on tables. Yeah.
Aw, see that they never got to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they did, or they got moved around. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we were talking. My dad is like, "Oh, thank you so much for coming. You know, tell Hela, thank you for bringing her in-laws, and thank you for Alex, and blah blah blah." And
Oh,
we
that's
told
so
my dad how
sweet.
you're like debt free because Alex got it. He's like, "Oh, he's so smart. You know, I'm so happy she's with him." You know, blah, blah, blah. But he talks really good about your husband.
Yeah.
I know.
I think that communication with Alex and my dad is not so great because of the language
The
barrier.
language barrier, yeah.
But if they were to speak the same language, I think my dad would be like loving him.
Oh yeah, and I feel like
That's awesome, too.
Alex would love to like get in there and like, you know, teach my dad some of the stuff he teaches me and have my dad teach him some of the stuff he knows.
Yeah, because my dad is a handyman.
But he is.
Yeah.
He is. No, but yeah, our kids would be.
So,
Cute.
what about females that are dominant? Like me, like I don't like Monica like babying me,
Like so.
but I do sometimes.
you
when I
baby
get my
Alex?
She said she did.
Oh yeah.
You'd say you do, huh?
I do. I can't tell if he likes it or not.
You should ask him.
That's
because
a
I feel like-
different question.
I baby myself.
I baby myself.
You're your own
That's
man.
good.
No, because okay, so my sister, my older sister, she's married. Her name is Lorena. She's married with this guy named Agustin, and she's so like tough, you know.
Yeah.
And I have like a hard time picturing her like being babied by her husband or like being like
Or
pampered.
docile, or how do you say
But
it?
yeah, like I don't know what the word would be, but I see what you're saying though. When you have these really strong females, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, when do they let their guard down? But I feel like I'm like that. Like out in public, I just look like a bad bitch. I don't want to toot my own horn, but you know, like I feel like I'm very like independent. I don't need no man. Like, but then at home I'm like, hey babe, like, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, for all we know, that's how she is. She
Yeah.
has this tough act, and then that's probably why that's her husband, because she can let her guard down around him.
That's true.
Well, I don't know. With Monica, I feel like when I'm sick, I'm like trying not to get baby, but at the same token, I want her to come.
I
baby.
try, and she's like, "I'm gonna go to sleep. Don't close the door." I was like, okay. I'm like, okay.
And like when Monica's sick, she's like all up on my arms and baby, I'm sick.
Yeah.
And I feel so bad. I was like, well, let me go get you tea. Like right now, we're gonna go eat pho.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Yeah.
So I was like,
You're more welcome to come, but
Well, you know, my husband, he's cooking tonight, so that's another thing is with Alex, he does his own laundry, like he cleans up after himself, he vacuums the house, he cooks twice a week. It's like, it's really like,
Nice.
it's really nice, yeah. But I don't feel like I need to baby him. Like I feel like especially in Hispanic communities, the woman is expected to like lavar la ropa del esposo,
Yeah.
like
that's kind of like me and
all
Vero
this
right
stuff.
now. Because
You wash her clothes?
Vero has never washed her clothes since the time that we've been
Really?
together.
no.
Wow.
No. The
No.
one time I text her like, babe, I'm washing my work clothes.
Oh, because I was
she
in Mexico. Yeah.
She's like, you have more in the back. I was like, I didn't want to look for it, so I just recycled the one I had washed it. But that's because okay, so when people hear like my dad when he talks about like equality and blah blah blah, how he talks about like was like both partners should be working, but like this is what Monica and I have, and this works for me. Like I don't have to worry about anything about the house. And she doesn't have to worry anything about money.
Yeah,
you know?
and see,
it
that's,
works for both of us.
That's perfect because okay, if I didn't work, then for sure, I'll clean
right.
the whole house, do the dish, cook every night.
Give Bella
That's right.
water. Yeah.
No, you know that over me tonight. But because we both work, we're both expected to do half the work. It looks like you guys are doing that, but in a different way.
Yeah, like Monica doesn't have to worry about like if she has things that she needs me to drill on the house, I'll do it.
Yeah.
She wants me to like right now she hired a landscaper because she's like, no, don't do it, babe. Like I got it. But before that, I would do it all the time. You know, like we grew grass in our front yard, and it's fucking nice.
Grass or weed?
Grass.
We're gonna say grass, yeah.
Grass.
Well, we're my voice is about to end, so
go.
we should probably wrap this up.
Yeah,
We're
let's
running a
wrap
little
it
bit
up.
longer today. Do you guys have any final thoughts on any of this women's stuff, girl talk?
I'll let you know how my Brazilian goes.
Oh yeah, take pictures, post it on.
And I'll let you guys know how my masturbating session goes.
Yeah.
Can I recommend a Pornhub account to you?
Oh, sure.
I found this account and I just love to watch this couple.
You have to,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Oh, you know
You
what? It's
never-
hard for me to watch porn. I read
I
my
love
porn.
watching
Oh, you do?
I told you that's my thing. I read porn,
Oh.
but I don't like
Yeah, I
to
don't-
watch. I feel like they look fake, but you say that they look like a fun
Oh
couple.
my
Oh yeah, this is like
God.
an amateur couple.
Monica made me. She's like, let's watch porn. She's like, pick something. I never pick anything, right? And I was like, no,
Tentacle
I'm
sex.
good.
No, guess what she picked?
What'd you pick?
Gay porn, guys.
Guys?
Porn. And you know what? And Monica, like when I saw two guys like doing their thing, and like she's like, why? Like after she's like, why? And I was like, because I feel like if I see like a girl like being fucked from
Yeah.
like a random guy,
Yeah.
I start thinking of like, oh my god, like is she like kind of like you said with the stripper.
Like is she doing it because she wants
needs the
to,
money.
or because she needs
Yeah,
to?
and I was like, and two men, I don't care for men, so whatever, like they could fuck all night long, like
Yeah.
whatever. So I think that's like that was like my like
Your thought process for
yeah,
it?
like like I don't
That's
want to see
weird.
a girl like get caught by three guys.
Yeah.
And if I see two guys, it's like whatever, like
Yeah.
they're just doing their thing. So Monica was
But what
really
if the guy doesn't even want to be doing it?
well, he was getting it hard, so I don't care if he's a guy, you know.
Sexist.
So
I watch and so when Alex makes fun of me because I tell him I watch lesbian porn, he's like, "Why?" I'm like, "I don't know."
I don't know.
Yeah, when maybe it goes back to like Veronica's, like, because I feel like I watch Pornhub, which is like the shittiest form of porn you can watch. And when you see these girls getting rammed by guys, you're like, it's not even like it doesn't look like enjoyable.
Yeah,
It doesn't turn me
it
on.
doesn't.
It looks like the guy's having a good time and the girl is faking having a good
I
time.
agree.
because
Aw.
your friends had told you that they fake it most of the time.
Yeah, I'm like, she's not even.
I'm into titties.
Titties?
So, like, yeah, and I think because when I'm with a man, like, I love, like, anything with titties.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you. Is that like the key word you look up?
Yeah.
What's the key word?
It inspired me to go out and get not a dildo but a vibrator.
You should
Think
get a
I'm gonna-
vibrator. You should get the dildo and you should get a cock ring and then put it in there and it's like two best things.
Baby
at once.
steps, I guess.
Baby
steps.
steps. Baby
Yeah.
steps for
Yes.
sure. But
Well, guys, thanks for joining us
Yeah.
on this long episode.
Rated
of Girl
R.
Talk. Rated R. We'll be
Yes.
sure to put that in the
Yes.
description. If you made it this long, then you got to the good, juicy stuff.
yes, you really did.
Please take care of yourself. Make sure you do self-care. Go do your checkups. You know, if you have any issues, make sure you're taking care of yourself. Because there's other people around you that love you. So take care of yourself for them.
Yay, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.